Chris Collins made it. Fantastic. Pin 15 all the way. Corey Jones, what up, Houston? Citadel had record profits last year. Can you believe it? They had record profits from one quarter. Everything else was a loser, 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 loser. I think it's shenanigans would be the light way of saying it. I think that they did something. They're mixing their hedge fund and their market maker together and doing something that's crime related. There's no other way in a hedge fund can make that kind of money when the market has like no volatility. And it really didn't. Since about August, end of August, the SPY's been between like 385 and 405. That's just, that's flatlining. There's nothing in there that sparks volatility for a hedge fund to make a fortune on. So I don't really know how they legitimately did that, because I don't think they did. Meow meow. Did you see Kenny smacked his ex with a bedpost? It was in his divorce papers. What an awesome dude. I'm voting DeSantis for sure now. Not. Yeah. You guys didn't ever read about that? That DeSantis broke a post off their bed and then cranked his wife with it? Yeah. That seemed like a good dude. Not DeSantis, sorry. Ken Griffin. Ken Griffin did that. But then again, you know, Ken Griffin pays for DeSantis' campaigns, so you got that. Okay. Kevin Fitzpatrick just tuned in. Chevron rumor. Chevron is going to be doing like $75 billion in stock buybacks. They announced today. So, there's that. I mean, if you got $75 billion to do stock buybacks, why are you charging me $4 for gasoline? If you got $75 billion to do stock buybacks, why is the U.S. government giving you $35 billion in tax breaks? If you've got $75 billion in stock buybacks, why aren't you investing that $75 billion into, I don't know, any of the oil field leases that you have to actually produce oil and gas? This is why I'd love to see some legislation, you know, making stock buybacks absolutely punitive. But you can't do that legislation until you get rid of naked shorting, right? Because for small cap companies, they got to do stock buybacks just to keep their stock price afloat against the dilution of these naked shorts. Rich ass companies just do stock buybacks because, oh, there's a recession coming and our stock price might drop a little bit and our boss might not be able to meet the targets in his contract and you won't be able to get his giant bonus at the end of the year. That crap's garbage. And if you're going to do $75 billion in stock buybacks, all right, calculator time again. Chevron, oh, whoops, CVX, that's the code. CVX. Okay. Boom. All right, right now it's at 179 bucks. Stock price just shot up because they made that announcement, so it shot up $10 or whatever. Good on those folks who had any calls. They just made $1,000 every single one of those things. Over the last year, Chevron was at 130 and change before the invasion of Ukraine, and then shot up. Has been bouncing around. Had a couple of drops here, but for the most part, you know, let's say 150 plus average overall. Okay. $346 billion market cap. So let's do the calculator here. Okay. Calculator. Cat, I can't see. You are in the way. Turn off the Chrome. There we go. There's the calculator. All right. So just do quick clear. 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Divide that sucker by 180. And that gives us 1.9 billion shares. Almost 2 billion shares. Okay. Divide that sucker, 75 billion, by 2 billion. And that gives you $37.50 per share that they could do as a dividend, special dividend. What would help their stock more? 75 billion in stock buybacks, or giving their shareholders $37 a share. I personally, if I had $170 stock, I would want a $37 dividend. Right? That'd be pretty cool. All right. Because I don't think the stock price is going to go up $37 in the course of this. You know, if they're doing a $75 billion stock buyback, $75 billion stock buyback at 180, you're buying back 400 million shares. Yeah, stock price is going to go up $37 on that. You got 2 billion shares out there. You might have 1.6 billion in the end. The same market cap. Okay. So 346. Let's divide that sucker by wait, I do 1.6 billion. So divide by 1, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There we go. So it gives a $216 per share. So if the stock price isn't $216.25 a share, at the end of them spending $75 billion on the stock buyback, then the shareholders lost out. So 180 to this much, that's almost exactly as much as you would get out of a special dividend. So why not just give a cash dividend to your shareholders? Same thing with Google, same thing with Microsoft. You're spending $60 billion. I would rather have $60 billion sent my way than do the stock buybacks. Yeah. And I don't know. I liked they took the legislation out in the infrastructure bill, but it was going to be like, if you're doing stock buybacks, we're going to tax you fucking 50% on that money. So if you're spending $75 billion on stock buybacks, you're going to be spending another $37 billion in taxes on it. So I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. All right, people talking about the Madoff Netflix documentary, which I do recommend. It's only like 4 episodes. I do recommend you watch it because you can see exactly like how the systems that are supposed to be pit bulls completely failed us. There was a quant, an analyst, who literally served them up a platter of the crimes Madoff was committing for like 7 years straight, 8 years straight. Every year he'd submit again, like, hey, he's committing a crime. They're not doing any trades. It's all Ponzi scheme. These returns are impossible. It's going to be the largest thing ever. And like they had guessed it was like 7 or 8 billion. Not that it was, $65 billion Ponzi scheme. They had no idea. And the SEC didn't do anything. And right now we're serving them. We're saying, hey, there's crimes happening. These guys are selling stocks that don't exist. There's crimes. And did the SEC learn their lesson? Probably not. I would love to see some of us in the community get jobs in SEC enforcement. Why not apply? Let's see if there's any SEC enforcement jobs available right now. usajobs.gov. Okay. SEC. Got economists, management specialists. Oops, you guys can't see here. Attorney advisor, program specialist, supervisor, general attorney. So you got a bunch of attorneys. Attorney advisor, staff accountant, attorney advisor, human resources, attorney advisor, economist, senior officer director, disclosure operations, management program analyst, attorney advisor, security specialist, Department of Defense, senior level / regional director. Don't you have any enforcement positions? So I'm just going to put security and exchange. Securities. I'm plural. Securities Exchange Commission. So attorney, advisor, economist, advisor, resources advisor, program specialist, diversity, staff accountant, associate director, senior advisor, regional director. You can be a regional director, get $200K a year, not too shabby. General attorney, IT specialist, management program analyst, attorney, financial management specialist, trial attorney. That's it. They don't have any enforcement officer positions. But if you're an attorney and you want to make 111, 116, 150, an okay living, nothing that's absolutely crazy, then yeah, you can go work for the SEC. Attorney advisors make do, right? They're 150. But meh. They need to have a whole bunch of law enforcement positions open at the SEC because Congress needs to give them the ability to prosecute, to arrest and charge these assholes, and not make them so toothless they just give them like little limp slaps on the wrist.